All right, let's dive into something that feels like a major shift in how we as developers are going to interact with AI. We're not just talking about better code completion here. This is a fundamental change to our entire workflow, and it's all happening thanks to this super deep integration of Codex Max right inside VS Code. So you've been there, right? We all have. You ask your AI coding buddy for a fix, and it spits out this huge, impressive-looking chunk of code. You copy it, you paste it in, feeling pretty good about it, and boom, the whole thing just crashes and burns. It is probably one of the most common and most frustrating parts of using AI tools today. And that crash kicks off this soul-crushing little loop. You copy the code, paste it in, run your tests, and, of course, they fail. So it's back to the AI. You try to reword your prompt, hoping for a better answer, and you start the whole painful process all over again. It's slow, it's annoying, and it completely kills your focus. But what if there was a way to break that loop for good? This is where this whole idea of the autonomous architect comes into play. We're making a leap, moving beyond AI as just a suggestion box. With this new VS Code integration, the AI really becomes an active coding partner. Think of it like a senior pair programmer that can actually use your terminal and work with you in your environment. And when you put them side by side, the difference is, well, it's night and day. The old way was all about these massive, clunky code blocks that were basically just educated guesses, leaving all the hard work of testing to us. The new way? It's totally different. We're talking about surgical, super targeted edits. Why? Because the AI isn't guessing anymore. It's running real commands to investigate the problem, and, this is the best part, it handles the testing all by itself.
And that's the absolute key here, this shift from guessing to investigating. Before it even tries to write a single line of code, the AI now has the ability to understand the context. It can actually poke around your codebase, check for dependencies, and gather evidence. Pretty much what a human developer would do.
So how does it do this investigation? Well, it uses your project's actual tools. This is so cool. Let's say you ask it to fix something in the checkout flow. It can run a rip-grep search to find every single file that even mentions checkout before it touches anything. It can run npm test or pytest to see exactly what's failing. It can even run terraform plan to check if a change will mess with your infrastructure. It's genuinely interacting with your environment in a smart, meaningful way.
Okay, so how does all this power come together into a real workflow? Well, these capabilities create this incredibly fast, incredibly powerful loop of iteration.
First thing to know, it works with what you'd call surgical precision. So instead of just dumping a completely rewritten file on you and probably blowing away some other changes you were working on, Codex applies these tiny, targeted patches. It figures out the exact lines that need to change and leaves everything else completely alone. And that means you get a really clean, minimal diff that's super easy to review. In this right here, this is the engine that drives the whole thing, the edit, test, fix loop. The AI makes an edit, that little surgical patch we just talked about. Then it automatically runs all your tests. If they fail, it doesn't just throw its hands up. It actually reads the error logs to figure out why they failed. Then, using that new info, it re-edits the code and tries again. It just keeps iterating, all on its own, right inside a single conversation with you. Now, of course, giving an AI this much power in your terminal sounds a little scary, right? That's where its built-in safety net comes in. The system is designed with these non-destructive habits. By default, it sticks to safe, read-only commands and running tests. If it thinks it needs to do something that's even a little bit risky, it won't just go for it. It will stop and warn you first. So it's designed from the ground up to be a helpful partner, not some rogue agent in your code.
So, when you zoom out, what does this all mean for the future of coding? Well, it really points to a pretty fundamental change in the role of the developer, a shift away from just the nuts and bolts of writing code line by line.
This quote from the team behind it just nails the idea perfectly. Your job becomes less about typing out every little semicolon and more about providing high-level direction. You're basically guiding an intelligent engine that can handle the building, the testing, and the verification for you.
And the benefits here are just huge. The workflow is obviously way faster than that old manual loop. It's also more hands-on in a strategic way because you're always in the director's chair. And maybe the best part of all, this incredible new integration is completely free to use.
So, all of this leaves us with a pretty big question to chew on. As tools like this become the norm, is the job of a developer fundamentally shifting? Are we moving away from being just coders, focused on the tiny implementation details, and becoming something more like true architects, focused on the big picture, system design, and high-level problem solving? It's a pretty profound change to think about.